Everything that you see around you, the affordable townhouse community, all the trees that you see, they're all slated for demolition under the current City Council of Vancouver, which is a great tragedy because, as everyone knows, there is a serious crisis with a shortage of affordable housing in Vancouver. Marine Gardens was developed in the 1970s by a real estate developer who must have been a bit of a philanthropist as well. He developed Marine Gardens with the idea that he wanted to create a wonderful community that was affordable and very family oriented. It was never built to maximize the profits. He used to give us money for an annual barbecue, for an Easter egg hunt. And unfortunately, after 30 years, he retired and Marine Gardens got sold. And it was purchased simply as an investment. Because of the development that you see going on all around us, the land value, which was $12.5 million in 2007, had gone up to $23 million 4 years later in 2011 when Concord Pacific purchased Marine Gardens. Marine Gardens, for me, is the best place that I've ever lived. It's all about community. It's about healthy children who happily play outside. It's like living in a little village inside Vancouver city limits. I lived in Geneva, in New York, in Ottawa. I've never lived anywhere that I've loved like this. And what counts is your relations with other people. It's living in a community where people know each other, care about each other, help each other. They've made great efforts to try to find a tenant relocation plan that would make us happy, to provide us with some funding, moving out bonuses, help with moving expenses. But there's two issues really. One is that there is no affordable housing to move to. And the second thing is, which they don't understand, is that it means the destruction of a community. And when you have a community and it gets broken up and everyone gets dispersed, that is a huge tragedy. We reduce the demand for government services because we help each other. Neighbors reach out to help other neighbors in ways that otherwise government would probably be asked to do. I always call this a paradise for children. And the children at Marine Gardens have absolutely amazed me. They're so healthy. It's just amazing how children in this kind of environment learn to get along and appreciate each other and tolerate each other. In most families, both parents are working. So to set up a situation where parents have to go and supervise their children in a park to get adequate exercise is something that's simply not going to work. So I look at Marine Gardens and I think to myself, this is exactly the kind of housing and the kind of community we need to be creating. It should be replicated all over the city. It shouldn't be something that we're looking at as something from a bygone era that has outlived its usefulness. It really hasn't, and it's time for us to get back to what's important in life. I had a situation screaming at me on my own doorstep, and so I had to step up. I'm deeply, deeply concerned by the loss of democracy that I see around me. We have tried to have impact with the city. We've tried to be heard, we've tried to be valued, and we basically had the door closed in our face. At no point have we felt that what we had to say became part of the process or was taken into consideration at all.